What's going on? It's your dog, Art Man the Great. We're back with another boxing conversation. I'm working on some art this morning. You know me, doing what I do best, doing what I do, doing what I get paid to do, making some good art. But I wanted to talk about boxing this morning. Yeah, particularly I wanted to talk about Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney news. Man, oh man, I love it. I love it because one day folks can have a certain narrative and they'll run with it. But until that news hit, and folks start getting speechless. When that news hit that contradict them, they start getting speechless. So, you guys, Bob Arum and Bill Haney, they had that meeting or whatever to discuss possible, deals for him to stay with Top Rank. Because, a lot of people talk shit about Devin Haney, but these companies be fighting to get him on their label. Crazy, right? They really want this guy. They want this guy bad. Floyd wanted him. Showtime wanted him. You know. Yep, they sure did. Espinosa's the same guy talking shit. He wanted him. All of that. Come on now. Yeah, they wanted him. Showtime wanted him. Espinosa wanted him. Top Rank wants him. Eddie Hearn wants him. They know the kid's got talent. And all that bullshit trying to pretend like, oh man, he's garbage or he he's pillow fisted and he's like fucking Linares said he's boring. That's why nobody likes him. Nigga, shut the fuck up, you bitch. Man, hold on. I wanted to talk about that real quick. Let me wait till my people get in here before we start cooking for real. And I'm over here rolling up anyway, so let's roll up a good joint for this session. But yeah, Jorge, fucking Linares talking all that cheap shit. Like, bro, I hate when niggas do that shit. Like, you be all in my face trying to be buddy buddy. Oh, friendly rivalry, the rivalry's completed. We fought, we both made money, blah blah blah. And then you go out to start hating and talking shit afterwards. I don't like that shit, man. I don't like that shit not one bit. Jorge Linares, he said Devin Haney, nobody likes him because he's boring. Nigga, nobody likes your ass. What the fuck? Nobody checking for you, nigga. Matter of fact, somebody said, when does this guy's visa expire in this country? Because he's talking a lot of reckless shit about our American fighters. You need to get the fuck out of here. You got your ass whooped by Lomachenko and Devin Haney, bro. Stop it. Stop it, dude. You got whooped by Devin Haney while he was younger, dude. Stop it. Said people don't like him because he's a black fighter doing it the right way. Exactly. Free agent, bro. He's doing this shit fucking well, nigga. Like, what the hell? No Olympic, none of that, none of that shit. He just went in there, barely even had an amateur record. And I like how Steven Espinoza and them be hating on Devin Haney. They talking all that shit. You know why? Because Devin Haney left them niggas high and fucking dry. They thought, oh, they was gonna have them fighting on the show box and shit, and try to build them up like they trying to build up boots and shit. Have them waiting a long ass fucking time to get some good fights. Like, nah, fuck all that shit, man. Ain't nothing wrong with the Showtime, but it wasn't for Devin Haney. So that dude, he stepped out. He said, "Hold on, I can get the bag somewhere else." And they thought he was gonna fail. Let's be real. Showtime thought that dude was gonna fail. And now the fact that he got money, he got all the shit that's accomplished, like the belts. It's not even just the money thing. It's the fact that he's successful and have the belts. He has the belts and he's successful financially. So it's like, damn, what can we really say about this young bull? Can't really say nothing about his record, his resume. He killing shit with the resume. We gonna act like he's not? Are we gonna act like he's not? Shout out to my dude JR. Said salute our man. Said beating their favorite fighters. They don't want you to be They and beating their favorite fighters. They want you to be a humble Negro. Fuck them bitches. We not being humble. Exactly. That's what I'm saying, man. Fuck all that humble shit, man. Fuck being humble, man. Real shit. Because regardless of how you come at it, man, it doesn't matter. We've been on Earth, we've been on this game for a long time. We know how these people roll. They don't give a fuck about black Americans shining, dude. They hate that shit. So there's no point of even trying to like please them because they don't give a fuck. They'll never give a fuck. Facts in 30 fights, the best Loma, Cam, George, and Diaz is undisputed. He fought all top 10 135 pounders when he fought them. But no, let them tell it. Oh, you guys is bum. But did you see Tank versus Hector Garcia? Man, I still remember how mad folks were. These folks were so mad when Devin Haney said fucking Hector Garcia is a fucking tune up. I never seen so many boxing fans get so upset because a fighter tells the world what he thinks about another fighter. These are the same people cheering Morello. Ooh, Morello, he talking spicy. He talking spicy to David Benavidez. But here, motherfucking Devin Haney go. Yeah, that nigga's a tune-up. Hector Garcia is a fucking tune-up. What the fuck he was, a fucking tune-up. And what they say, oh, you see, I don't like that. He's not respectful. He's not respectful. Come on, man. That's not respectable. How can he say something like that? Fanon and all them crying like some bitches. Man, that shit, that whole little Hector Garcia, Devin Haney shit made me fucking get into a beef with what's his name, Fanon, over this shit. This nigga really was hating on Devin Haney, talking about something. How can he say something like that? Dude's a champion at a lower weight class. Nigga, we gonna act like some of these dudes is not scrubs. And the thing is, he wasn't even saying like, oh, the nigga's just trash. He's saying like, nigga, compared to me, he's fucking trash, nigga. Javante, you could be fighting a nigga like me, but you're fighting a bum. You're fighting a dude that's not nobody. Come on, man. So wasn't Lennar's buddy with Dev? He was. He was, man. And that's why I try to tell these boxers, don't go into this game thinking that you're gonna have friends. These niggas is not your friends, bro. Said, yo, what's good, Art? Yeah, what's popping? Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Early morning grind. You know what I'm saying? I'm working on some artwork right now. I ain't gonna put it on who it is, but let's just say a lot of people, they love that Spence. They love that Spence so much. What they want to see, they want to see the other guy. Say, yeah, Lennar is a coward. Yeah, nigga's a sucker, dude. Shut the fuck up, you bitch. The fuck out of here. Soft ass talking all that stupid shit. Yeah, he's boring, man. He's boring. Nigga, shut the fuck up, bro. Nobody even knows you for real. But anyways, fuck Linares. Anyways, let's get back to what we was talking about, man. Devin Haney, bro, his pops, Bill Haney. So it's been reported that Bill Haney, he had that meeting with Bob Arum. And apparently, Bob Arum did not present the Shakur Stevenson fight to him. Is it really surprising though? Because instead, he said, "I don't want the Shakur Stevenson fight. Know what fight I want for my for your guy Bill Haney, Devin Haney? I want to see him match up against Lomachenko again. Lomachenko. Yep." And folks like real quiet to that news, but they still running around with the contract. He has the contract. He has the contract. Well, it's been reported that Bob Arum said, "I don't know what the hell Shakur's talking about. The B side doesn't send fucking contracts." Maybe the manager, the promoter can do that, but not you, Shakur. You not sending no fucking contract. It says Shakur was shucking and jiving for no fucking reason, man. And you know what makes it sad? His fans know it too, bro. And I respect some of his fans because they're black fans too, man. And I understand. But some of these dudes, they be trying to ignore it, dude. And I don't like that when you go against the grain. You turn a blind eye to the truth because you like a fighter in particular, and that's cool. I like Shakur Stevenson too, but I ain't gonna act like he's in charge of his business decisions. See what Devin Haney got in his pops? That's what most fighters should be looking to have. That type of relationship where you're a free agent and you can walk into these deals. You don't need nobody else besides your lawyer. You can walk up in a deal and discuss that shit. These other fighters don't got that. You know what I'm saying? Shakur Stevenson, unfortunately, he don't got that. He has two bosses. He has Jay Prince and he has Bob Arum. And Shakur is a talented dude. But let's keep it 1,000. Shakur wants to be in the position that Devin Haney and Tank is in. It's safe to say he's in last place when it comes to the three. And folks try to make it seem like, oh, Devin Haney, he'll get whooped by Shakur and Tank. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Say all that shit, but let's look at the stats, nigga. The stats are showing that Devin Haney is number one, Javante is number two, and your man Shakur Stevenson is number three. But in reality, if you want to talk about it, honestly, I push Frank Martin over Shakur Stevenson as in what you've done in the lightweight division. You got a more nigga, you got a more case to argue that motherfucking Frank Martin deserves a Devin Haney fight over a motherfucking Shakur Stevenson. And I know some folks might hear that and say, "Oh man, that sounds crazy." No, it don't sound crazy because Frank Martin been fighting top contender after top contender at the fucking uh, lightweight division. Shakur Stevenson only fought one dude. He's doing all this clout chasing, and folks like to get mad and say, "Oh, how can you say he's clout chasing?" Because he knows that even if he really in deep down in his heart wants this fight, it's not gonna get made because that's not what the boss wants. It's not what the boss wants, man. Said Shakur was shucking and jiving for no reason. Shakur, great fighter too. It's sad he would do this too because he wants to please the casual fans. Shakur reminds me of one of them dudes who spent his whole life, in the gym. And even though he's from the streets and he's seen some street shit, but he's been too focused in the gym to a point where he lacked certain social skills. And I feel like he looks at Devin Haney and Javante Davis and think, damn, these guys are really shining. I want to get like that. But he doesn't know how to put himself in that position. So he's going about it by clout chasing and thinking, oh, maybe if I make myself seem like the stalker type, villain type, I'm gonna get some clout. But in reality, they're not gonna give you no clout for real. They're not gonna give you no clout for real until you fight one of these dudes. And you're not gonna put yourself in position to fight these dudes by saying Lomachenko beat Devin Haney. If anything, he should have went in there and said, "Oh yeah, that was a good good tough fight." But Devin couldn't do that to me. Devin couldn't do that to me. That's what I would have said if I would have grabbed the mic. I wouldn't go in there. Man, Lomachenko won that fight. That's some sucker shit because it's like, dude, you trying to shit on another black brother, nigga, at a fucking pro Loma crowd who don't even fuck with you, nigga. They don't fuck with you. And you gonna try to shit on another dude. And then the next day try to double back. Somebody's like, oh, well, everybody's entitled to changing their opinion. That is 100% true. You can change your opinion. But we're not gonna act like he don't have to take accountability for trying to ruin a man's uh, night by saying, "Oh, Lomachenko won that fight." Said that's true for all the accomplishment he had. All of it matters as well. Shakur Stevenson, what I see playing out for him, I see him fighting uh, uh, probably Ortiz or probably somebody we don't even know, to be honest. Because after that fight, he's either going to be fighting Lomachenko or Kambosos. This is what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen. Mark my words. Devin Haney's going to fight somebody else, right? Lomachenko's going to fight somebody else. Lomachenko most likely is going to fight the winner of Maxie Hughes versus Kambosos. That shit fuck around and be for a belt. Y'all don't understand how that shit work, but just watch. Lomachenko's probably going to fight the winner of Kambosos Hughes, right? Devin Haney is going to fight somebody else. That's not Shakur Stevenson. That's not Lomachenko. Most likely it's going to be Regis Prograis or somebody else. Shakur Stevens is going to say, see, these niggas don't want to fight me. These niggas don't want to fight me. These niggas don't want to fight me. And then he's going to go on into fighting some guy on the WBC ranking. And then Shakur's going to fight the winner of Lomachenko versus Kambosos for that belt. Devin Haney's going to activate and fight Regis Prograis, most likely. And that's a good fight. Gervonta Davis, I feel like when he gets out of jail, he's going to fight Teofimo Lopez. The reason why Teofimo Lopez is quote unquote retiring or vacating or whatever he wants to pretend like he's doing is because of the rankings. He knows that mandatory is going to be due. He's going to fight somebody for less money that he don't want to fight that could probably get over on his ass. So I feel like he's stalling himself out to fight Gervonta Davis. That's how I see things playing out. I could be wrong, but realistically, seeing how boxing works, I wouldn't be surprised. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We having a good fucking week. I hope everybody's enjoying their week. We've been productive all week, making good art, making some good money. You know what I'm saying? Watching good fights, seeing the boxing news. Speaking of boxing news, did y'all see that WBC talking about they're not going to mandate Tyson Fury to fight anybody? Yep. WBC rules out mandate. The WBC basically wants Wilder to fight what's his name? Andy Ruiz for the mandatory spot. That's what it's looking like. But that's just dumb because it's like y'all just trying to cause confusion in the heavyweight division. Why the fuck would Wilder be fighting Ruiz to fight Tyson Fury again? Why the fuck they can't just make Tyson Fury versus Usyk? Fury should just hold out. Don't fight nobody. Just wait till Usyk done fighting Daniel the Boy, who we don't even see training. Man, watch when y'all see that dude training, y'all gonna be looking at this shit so fucking crazy. I can't wait till the Daniel the Boy versus Usyk fight. That shit's gonna be so funny. That nigga gonna go in there looking like the fucking uh tinfoil man from motherfucking the Wizard of Oz, bro. Real shit. That motherfucker's gonna be stumbling around looking all types of crazy. Heavyweight division is so fucking crazy right now. Like, what the fuck is going on? These niggas don't want to fight Wilder. Wilder don't got an opponent. Fucking Ruiz, baby mama drama. Talking about this nigga loves sipping wheat, lean and shit. Got pictures of him holding peas and shit. Shit just crazy. Tyson Fury banned from the country. What the fuck? His fucking his advisor. Niggas love talking about Al Heyman. Tyson Fury's advisor is on the run from our government. Like, what the fuck? Shit's crazy. You know, speaking of Fury, I was having a conversation in the barbershop, right, with this old head. And he said he learned how to box in the 60s. Like, I know this old head. He's a pretty cool dude. You know what I'm saying? Real old. He said he learned how to box in the 60s. Right? So we chopping it up about the Wilder versus Fury. He was like, yeah, man, I watched that Wilder versus Fury fight. Wilder just didn't know what to do with him. Wilder, he was just getting punched up around the ring, da da da, da, looking crazy. You know, that white boy Fury can fight. And I was like, man, you know what? Fury cheated in that goddamn fight with them gloves. Old head was like, man, see? And look, what I love about old heads, they'll keep it 100 with you how they feel. They'll keep it 100. He said, man, I ain't gonna lie. He probably did cheat. But you see, that's why you need some solid niggas around you. Because he said, if that was me, I had my niggas from Mississippi. We'd be all in them Irish motherfuckers' asses after that fight. Nah, real shit, though. Real shit. The heavyweight division is all fucked up. We got some weird shit going on. We got niggas getting banned because of the mob. We got fighters getting cheated out, but they still dangerous as fuck. Nobody want to fight them, even though this nigga has windmill punches, like they say. You know, it's just crazy, man. Motherfucking the other heavyweight champion about to fight a handicapped robot. Shit's fucking crazy. But the best divisions right now, to me, is the lightweight division, the welterweight division, junior. Or no, not junior. Nah, the junior welterweight starting to heat up just a little bit, just a little bit. Uh, Super welterweight is doing cool, but I wanted to talk about that Tim Zoo situation and Charlo. Man, I don't like how these dudes be hating on my nigga Charlo, bro. I really don't like that shit, man. It's like a boxing is like a what have you done for me lately type of sport. The man Charlo, I'm talking about the 154 one. The man Charlo, this dude got caught an injury and like what is this like his first second injury? I haven't heard of this dude having injuries in a minute, right? This guy gets an injury, he can't get a fucking break. But Canelo can fight motherfucking Floyd Mayweather and he gets a break for fucking 10 years. Like I don't get that shit. He can't get a fucking break. They talking about so oh you see he ducking Zoo. Everybody can see with their own fucking eyes. Everybody can see with their own eyes that this nigga is not as skilled as Charlo. But they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. Fuck that American champion. Even though the American champion knocked out several people, got several bodies, nigga. Several bodies. These niggas still don't give him respect. After fucking going against him every time. A lot of folks don't want to believe it, but I remember there was a point in time where guys was picking Rosario to beat Charlo. Crazy, right? Guys was picking Rosario to beat Charlo. Dudes was picking Tony Harrison to beat Charlo in the second fight. Dudes was picking Castano to beat Charlo in both fights. But this nigga not even on most folks' fucking pound for pound list. My bad, my phone's fucking tripping. Yeah, anyways. Okay, back to what I was saying. Devin Haney versus Shakur Stevenson, bro. Look, that's a good fight, man. But you got to put yourself in Bob Arum's old ass shoes. He's seen this game, man. He knows, like, yeah, yeah, it's a good fight, but I don't think it's gonna be worth the risk. It's not worth it. What is it to gain? What am I gaining in this fight? To have two skilled fighters fight on my platform. What if the fight doesn't sell? What if my fighter gets broken? What if my fighter loses and Devin Haney fucking skates off? How do I bounce back from here? They think about certain stuff like that. They want to maximize profit. He's thinking, yeah, I'm pretty sure Bob Arum was thinking like, well, we can make Lomachenko versus Devin Haney too, and then the winner can fight Shakur. But he didn't even present that. I heard that wasn't even on the table at all, and that's what makes it so crazy. Because I like Shakur Stevenson, but it's like your representation got you looking crazy, nigga. Why weren't you in the meeting? Why didn't come to the meeting? You wasn't invited. You should be asking yourself, why were you not invited to the meeting? You hopped in the ring, right? Nigga, I be asking questions. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you see Bob, you see how I like jumped in the ring? Yeah, you see, he said I'm he's number one for now. Let's go ahead and take his spot. Let's go take his spot. Come on, Bob. Bob, like, hold on, Shakur. Just relax, okay? Take it one step at a time, you know. Bob Arum, he don't want his boy to fight Devin Haney right now. And he's gonna gaslight the fuck out of people. Oh yeah, that's a good fight. Yeah. Yeah, but we couldn't get that fight, so Lomachenko versus Devin Haney is such a great fight. Even Teofimo Lopez. I heard that was on the table, but Teofimo Lopez has to agree to that fight in the first place. I don't think that's gonna happen at all. But yeah, man, Bob Arum, he knows money wise. He can make some good money staging Lomachenko versus Devin Haney too. I think he'll do well, but my thing is I don't want Devin Haney hanging around at 135. You said Bob treated Shakur like a racehorse. You gotta really think about it. Bob Arum, he's been in this game for a long time, bro. Bob Arum's so old. So old. Bob Arum is so fucking old. This nigga, his fucking DNA probably on the Bob Harrell's so old, his DNA probably still on the water fountains, the fucking white's only water fountains in the fucking museums right now. That's how old this nigga is. This nigga Bob Arum's so damn old. He was fucking Muhammad Ali's promoter. So he knows this game, bro. He's looking at it like, man, Shakur Stevens a hell of a fighter, but I don't want to put him in there with Devin Haney because he could lose and Devin Haney could skate away. When I could just make a good fight with Devin Haney versus Lomachenko. In Bob Arum's head, what fight do you think is gonna sell more? Shakur versus Devin or Devin versus Loma 2? Should be a no-brainer, right? But yeah, I like Bob. I like fucking Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney. But Bob Arum doesn't want this fight, man. And you just gotta, I don't know, you just gotta accept it because let's be real, is Shakur willing to do what Teofimo Lopez did? Is Shakur willing to try to take this fight to a purse bid? Last time I checked, he's still the mandatory, right? Last time I checked, he's still the mandatory. Lomachenko is the number one vision. So what if he tries to say, I want to they could be fucking him high key. Pause. The reason why I say that is because they could be putting him in a situation where they'll fuck around and make Kambosos versus Lomachenko for one of Devin Haney's belt. Don't tell me that can't happen. And he's looking at it and notice that he's not really even making a big fuss about it. He's just like, oh, that's crazy. Oh, that's wild. That's crazy. No, bro, you should be nigga hitting your people up like, yo, Prince, what's going on with this? Why am I? Why is Lomachenko number one? I thought I was number one beating this guy. Real shit. Tell me if I'm tripping. Tell me if I'm tripping. They'll pull some sneaky shit and make Kambosos versus Lomachenko for the WBC belt. Yeah. Lomachenko ain't talking about retiring. Man, look. if I was Shakur Stevenson, I would just be focused on that Lomachenko stuff. I'll just let this shit rock because you got to pick your battles. If he tries to go in there and pull that Tiafimo shit, we already seen with Tiafimo what happened with him. That shit totally backfired with him trying to sneak over to Triller, letting the fight go to a purse bid and they end up losing to a mandatory. Not saying that that would happen to him, but I'm just saying you gotta go out your way to cross your promoter like that and still be signed to him because they can blackball the fuck out of you. Yeah, real shit. But man, 5 weeks away from Errol Spence versus Crawford. What y'all think about that shit though? I'm super hyped for that, man. I'm over here drawing some shit right now for that goddamn fight, dude. I ain't gonna lie. I said it last night when I got some orders in. I said, man, thank God for this fight. I'm so glad to be alive, to be seeing this fucking fight for real. Because we've been waiting a long time for this shit. Now it's finally here. Even though I've been making steady, consistent cash flow from this fucking drawing pictures of this fight, it still feels like surreal. Like, goddamn, we really here. But we just wasn't here though. Not too long ago. A lot of people was throwing this fight in the garbage. They was like, all right, we tired of talking about this. Reporters was calling Terrence Crawford and Spence cowards. Yeah, crazy shit. Saying these dudes is cowards because they not fighting. They was talking all this shit, but you notice they ain't saying nothing about Bivol and Better Beef. Notice they ain't saying nothing about Bivol and Better Beef. But they sure do got something to say about Spencer Crawford. And we showing them it can get done. Man, I might buy this fight 3 times over just to help the pay per view because I want this to motivate people, man. What's going on, brother? Shit, I can't hear you.
Peace, God. What's up?
Oh yeah, I can hear you now.
My
Shit, I'm just
dog.
talking about this
Hey, MC.
this this what you think about this Shakur Stevenson news, man?
Well, I've been moving, grooving, daughter birthday. I missed it. What happened with Shakur?
So basically, Bill Haney says that they went to the meeting with Bob
Mm,
and Shakur name wasn't on the table. They said the name that was on the table was either Haney versus Lopez, if Lopez is willing, or Haney versus Loma too.
I cannot see. I cannot see. I told you, Bill's starting to. He a real dude. I told you I respect him, but he be kind of capping a little bit, bro. So I gotta watch him now because he doing the promoter thing. He said the Loma the Haney fight wasn't even close. I can't roll with you on that. But I highly doubt that Bob didn't bring up Shakur. But I could see him bringing up Tiafimo and Loma first, like, and Shakur being the third option. Like, I don't think he's up to bat.
Bill said that he had his lawyer reach out to Top Rank to basically draw up a contract to fight Shakur,
Mm,
and his lawyer said, "Nigga, long story short, that fight ain't happening, nigga."
I don't believe that. Why would you
All
have your
right.
lawyer send? I'm just that. Just me personally. Why would
So
you
so
have
what
your
do you
lawyer
so
send
what do you
anything
want
if
to
you met
hear?
with Bob? If
What do
you
you want
met
to
with
hear?
Bob, why your lawyer sending anything? Like that should have been something that was discussed at the meeting. It should like that just kind of contradicted. Like why would you send a why would you send an offer for Shakur if y'all didn't even talk about Shakur? Like that don't even make sense. I
He
know
said
Shakur was
basically they
brought
try to
up.
pursue it in the contract, basically get him to draw a contract out. to fight Shakur Stevenson, and they say that it wasn't happening. That's not the direction Top Rank wants to go in.
I can see, I can just see like money wise how Shakur isn't on the table. But I do feel like after they get the money out the way, I do feel like Bob feels that Shakur can beat Devin. So that would be up to bat then. But I think the money juicing is what's happening right now. Like Loma rematch is way more financially
Think about it.
beneficial to Top
What
Rank.
fight? What
You going in and out. What you say, G? All right. Is it me? Is it me? Yo. I guess I'm holding down the show. It's your boy Blunts and Boxing. You know what I'm talking about? Follow me on Twitter. They call me a troll, but I just ain't part of that fan shit. I just call it how I see it. You know what I'm saying? Went no Arthur fall back in, so I'm holding it down.
Oh, can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, I said. So, what fight do you
Yeah.
think Bob thinks? What fight do you think Bob thinks will generate more money right now and promote his business further? Shakur
Loma.
Stevenson versus Dev, or Haney versus Loma?
Haney versus Loma. Right now. Because of
Right
how
now,
the first fight
immediately.
went down immediately. Right now. Loma, definitely. Over Tiafimo. You know what I'm saying? Loma is probably the most financially rewarding fight, and they still want Loma in position. You know what I'm saying? Like, so they still trying that move, and I hope Devin punish him this time to leave no doubts. But with that little up in the air decision and the controversy behind it, that always leads to a good. Even with the Wilder Fury, that led to a bigger sale in Wilder Fury too because of the controversy. You know what I mean? So controversy brings more attention to the matter, and that's something to promote. You know, like Tiafimo fucked up his chances at being a star, bro. That nigga just he could have been a star. All that playing with Triller, all that old trying to outprice yourself, and just he killed it for real. That would be the go-to match. But since he not a draw as he would want to be, I know Loma the first pick. Then after that, Shakur. Now, if he beat Loma again, I could see Bob pushing Shakur in front of the line in front of everybody. Just so he can have, because once again, Devin is on boss and he ain't really necessarily loyal to Top Rank. He fuck with them, but they know at any point Devin could up and leave and go to PVC, go to DAZN, whatever he want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, seem like Shakur and them a little more locked in with
And
Top
I feel
Rank. And
like
I
that's what
think
these.
Bob,
I feel like that's what these companies are looking at. I feel like they're
you
looking
have
at
to.
Dev like
You going in and out, or no.
oh, my shit acting so.
You back now. But you say you think that's what they looking at?
Like looking at these teams are looking at, or these not these teams, these motherfucking corporations or whatever, corporations looking at Devin Haney like the hottest player that's unsigned.
Yeah. I mean, but I think with Devin kind of like ain't Shakur ain't got the pool that Devin got as far as the promotional company, as far as the money he's already made, the popularity he's gained, the money he can demand. Like Shakur would take a back seat to all that to get the Devin spot right now, and that's what Bob love. You hear me? Bob on some shit. I ain't finna pay this boy. Then Devin might not. I don't know what Devin asking for. Them negotiations get sticky, but I can see Devin asking for a pretty penny at this point. You feel me? Especially with them two Gambosas win,
You
a
just
Loma
if you
win.
just gave
Like,
me four, if you gave me 4 million to fight Loma, nigga, I'm coming around and said, nigga, I want 6, 7 to fight Shakur.
because of the risk. because they don't warrant that. The popularity of the fight don't warrant that. Or are you just saying because of the risk, or you just feel like you earned that by
I
beating Loma?
know, but
Yeah, I
the
agree.
risk of me staying at 135, the risk of me staying at
But that's what I
135
and
for
that's
your
what I'm
fighter.
telling you. Or Haney needs to just come out and say, I'm going to 140, and if anybody want me, that goes for Shakur, Loma, whoever. They got to meet me at 140, and that's a fair play. Like that's if I'm Haney,
I
I
feel like
stand on
I
that.
want him to. I feel like I want that for him, and he wants that too. But I feel like them boys is holding on to that Tank shit so bad, bro. They
And
need
that's why
that
I
Tank
wouldn't
fight,
stay at
bro.
135 unless I'm fighting Tank Aloma. I told you, dog, if I'm Devin and his team, bro, that's the only way I'm staying at 135. And then with Loma, I would treat him with a little more disrespect and make him come to 140. See, you can't play Tank like that. Tank got too much, negotiation power on his side. You can't really make him do what you want him to do. But Loma, you want another shot at this? Come to 140. Flat the fuck out. And that way,
That's what I
we in
said,
that.
and folks was like, "Oh, Art, man, what you talking about? What you talking about, Art?" I said, "Nigga, that's what I want. What, nigga, ain't no
I
point."
want it for his health reasons.
But
If
they
he
go,
cite that, like we are giving him that out, not even an out like it's an excuse, but we giving that for him. He's not coming out and saying that like I want him to say. Like, I mean, he's mentioned it like how difficult cutting weight is, but all boxers mention that. But if you can't really say I can't make it anymore and I'm not gonna try to make it, and whoever wanna come see me gotta come see me at 140 for health reasons. I might do a catch weight with Tank, but other than that, I'm cool. Like you got to stand on that. But if you kind of leaving it up in the air, letting Shakur and all these narratives build on you, then you already got the Loma controversy on top of your head. Like just kind of clip a lot of that shit in the bud and just go to 140. Like in that way, you just kind of kill all that 135 talking. The only person I'm budgeting for is Tank at a 137 catch weight or something. You know what I mean? But I doubt if Tank was to
no,
do that.
but these sanctioning bodies, they not gonna do it to your female Lopez. If a black fighter said, "Nigga, I'm done, I'm going up," they gonna say, "Up, give me them belts, give me them belts right away," and they gonna throw them belts in the
Who
air for anybody to come get
we
him.
he said he'll make a fight in. So that's what I'm trying to say. See, your man say if it makes sense if he'll fight it. They playing chess. We not talking checkers. We talking health, bro. Like if you can't make it, you can't make it. But if you can make it, don't use it as a reason. Like that's what I'm saying. Like if you could really make 135 without hurting your health, go and get that Tank fight. Go on, run Loma back if you can really make it. But me and you saying if it's a health thing, I don't want you to die in that ring just trying to satisfy us at 135. But at the same time, Earl been at 147 for 10 years. So I be hearing niggas talk that shit, but like
I feel like it's different when you a teenager growing up into a grown ass man, nigga. Cause I'm fucking when I was 16, I weighed like 130, like 130, 135. Now I weigh 1 fucking 65. I couldn't imagine dropping to 130 right now at 28. Fuck no.
but if
You know
you
what I'm
kept
saying? Devin
maintaining,
Haney's
if you kept
grown from a
maintaining
teenager
that,
to a man,
I'm just thinking if you kept
nigga. And
maintaining it
not
and you
only
knew
is
that's
he
what
maintaining,
that was your lifestyle, like and that's just what it was. Like I'm pretty sure you ain't getting paid millions to box and keep your weight at a certain pace. You know what I'm saying? Like so, I feel like if you'd have kept on that
that's true. But he
trajectory,
got
it
the
wouldn't be
money.
as
He got
hard.
the money to buy any food. He got the money to buy any food he want, bro. Not saying I can't
Right.
buy good food, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, he could go out to
Yeah, it costs to eat
motherfucking
healthy and shit. Yeah, it costs to
Hibachi
eat top
Steakhouse
notch
every
shit.
night if you want to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and
But on a
he already
discipline
around
trip,
that
like
area. He shot.
How can Earl do it and he can't? Like I just like, that shit with Earl. I don't know if Earl just some amazing athlete or something, but for him to maintain 147 and he be blowing up between fights. So is it a discipline thing? Is it I don't want to go through that again, or am I tired of going through that and I
He
just
was
want to be
on.
more
He
comfortable?
was on the 85 South show, right? He was Haney was on the 85 South show, and they start talking about the picture of him looking all fucking sucked up in that fucking Cambosis 2 fight. And he was like, "Yeah, that shit's hard, man. Like I be having a hard time. Like that shit, it sucks. Making weight." And even
Yeah.
in this Loma fight, Loma them said, "Yeah, that nigga, he had to step on that scale again. It wasn't no
And
one
so like what I say, if
time,
you
one and
cite
done. They
that
said
as
he had
your
to."
Yeah, like if you cite that as your reason, then who can say anything? But if you steady, like your man, like he said he could make 135, if you out here saying shit like that, you give people reason to believe that you can make that. Like we saying he damn near can't make it. But if he's still throwing it out there like he can, he's subject to get this ridicule from the Loma rematch, the Shakur at 135, the tank fight. Like you kind of putting yourself in there, and you the undisputed champ at 135. So you can't be sitting at the top of that mountain and kind of half-ass saying I kind of can make it if the fight right. But
You don't
it's
got the
either like you
Canelo
gotta
treatment.
no, definitely not. But you got the Canelo target. Shit, so you gotta
Yep, you got the
make
Canelo target, but with no Canelo treatment.
yeah. See, Canelo could
They
duck
ain't gonna
all
let
this
him.
foolery
They
and
ain't
make
gonna
up
let
a
him
weight
jump up to.
class. Canelo can do anything.
But think about it though. Can he really though go up to another weight class and keep his belts and force a mandatory, or they gonna make him drop the belts to
No,
force the
no, he gotta
mandatory?
drop the belts. He gotta drop the belts. But I would if I can't, if I like I'm saying, because this is what I keep overemphasizing. If you can't make
Because I
135,
feel
let
like I feel
135
like
go.
he'll go back. He'll go back to fight Dev. I mean, he'll go back to fight Tank if he had to.
Oh well, if he can, well, your man Marcus, if he can make the weight for the big fights. If you can't make the weight, and I don't think Shakur is a big enough financial fight to stay at 135 for. I don't even think like Shakur is a hardcore boxing fan's favorite, but I don't walk up the street and hear Shakur Stevenson name mentioned amongst casuals at all. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like people who probably watch ESPN, everybody caught a fight, or know his connections with Jay Prince. And I'm just speaking from casual street people perspective. I go off them a lot, you know what I mean? But we know the
Hey, the
depth of who
casuals know Haney
Shakur
now.
is.
I ain't
Yes,
gonna
they
lie to you. The
do.
casuals know Haney now. They know
But a
Haney
lot of
now.
it was because of the controversy, though, too.
But
Like
the controversy and
That's why you
all
run it
that.
back. That's why you run it back and secure that. Man, y'all got me fucked up. Y'all think it was close. Let me take him down through there and show you who I am and end all the debate. If you can make 135, like I always got to keep saying that. Like if he say he can make it, run the Loma rematch back. And if I'm Bob, that's what I'm
One
pushing
thing we
first
can
because I think
agree
you
on for
make more
sure
money
is
off that than all the fights
one
besides
thing we
Tank.
can agree on: the young brother has options out of this world.
Oh man, yeah, he's in a lovely position. He's getting a little pull in certain directions, but he's in a lovely position. Like, cause you ain't gotta get
And that's
pulled in
why
no
I feel like
direction. You
folks
could
really
just
be hating on this. Folks be hating on this young boy. Think about this nigga, independent, making 4 million to fight niggas like Lomachenko. Got the best resume, got all the belts, nigga. Free agent. I gotta say that shit again. And he ain't locked up. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't get mad at
mhm.
the young dude. Meanwhile, other niggas are signed to one nigga that signed to two niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm talking about
yeah,
Shakur. And that's that little Pusha T diss. I don't know if y'all heard that one,
yeah,
but you know
yeah.
what I'm
No, I'm
saying?
here. I heard it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
that nigga
Like,
was spitting on there too. Just a side note, that nigga was spitting. I
but
know
that's
where
how
you're
it is with
delicate.
Shakur. That's how it is with Shakur though. Nigga, you signing one nigga that signed to another nigga. Meanwhile, this nigga Tank on the same shit. I don't know if
But
Tank free
I mean,
agent. He a
everybody
free
ain't
agent.
stepping the game with a millionaire gangster daddy neither, though. Like, that's very rare. Like, you know what I mean? Like with a straight certified
Yeah,
gangster,
yeah,
rich
that's true.
pops,
That's
like that
true.
is so rare. Who respects fathers in negotiations? Like, you think Tiafimo Senior and motherfucking
That's
Benavidez
why they be
Senior and
so mad. That's why
Lopez
Tito
Senior,
people be so mad.
yeah,
They
they
wish
don't
they could
respect
walk into
y'all
conversations
situation
like
like. Yeah, but you got to understand that was built. His design was a mastermind design. Like if you ever watch King Arthur with Will Smith and Serena and them, it was one of them designs. Like I designed this.
mm,
I said how it's gonna play out. I took my son to Mexico. I got him some fights in the game. You feel me? Got him pro early. Put him in position.
I
Negotiated
got
a
him
deal with the
training from
zone. Like
Floyd. Floyd, the
Floyd
same
Senior.
nigga who taught the best fighter in the world, just gonna train my son.
Man, they say he used to pay them niggas buku paper, like like more money than they were getting paid from any other fighter trainer. Like Daddy just got liquid guap like that. So I just say all that to say he structured that shit right and he kept control because when you got
Bro,
paper, you got control. It's just like
this
artists
nigga
going
Devin
into a
Haney
label with
said
your own bag.
Bro, you gotta watch that 85 South interview with Devin Haney, bro. This brother Devin Haney said he had no education, bro. His life was just all boxing, and it was all good. No, we struggling, and I gotta make it type shit. Nah, it's just pops just had the bread to invest into boxing, and I just love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, bro. That's a hell of a thing. That's so rare, bro. I mean,
That's
I'm talking about in
rare.
life. Like for your pops to really be able to you say, fuck everything, I got you. Just do this. Boy, that's not even reality for 90% of kids, 95% of kids.
Shit.
You know what I mean? For even rich parents, they let their kids do their own little struggle and go to school and figure out their way. He on some, nah, I got the blueprint and we finna make it happen. And luckily, one thing about how you got any kids, bro? You ain't got no kids?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. One thing about them, bro, you want to get them involved in a lot of shit so you can see what they cling to. And then you invest in that part. You know what I mean? So if you wanted him to get off of something off the break and he fell in love with it, oh, that kill a lot of trial and error. Let's just go. You feel me? Like I ain't got to worry about you kind of halfway wanting to you know, play basketball, halfway wanting to do something else. You fully invested in what I want you to be
That's
invested in. So let's go. You know what I mean? That's a cool thing. It ain't like you forcing your kid. It ain't like you trying to live vicariously through him. It's just the stars aligned in that situation. So, you know, like I say, and that carry off into their business practices and ain't nobody getting paid like Devin Haney at that weight besides Tank. And I be telling people off the break, Tank wouldn't be where he wouldn't if it wasn't for Floyd Mayweather
for
vouch.
Floyd. For Floyd, bro.
You know,
He
like
lucky.
Floyd.
He lucky. AB introduced him to. And here's the thing about Devin. Them dudes wanted to sign Devin, and that's why I be feeling like Showtime Espinosa be hating because let's be real, Devin was on Showtime for a little bit, but then that nigga school he smooth left them niggas and got a bag and the
I
belts
think
on him.
I think they finesse. I think his daddy was smart enough to see Hearn was ignorant with that bag and had a lot of money to go around. Didn't have nobody on there, and he was going to get paid more with it because I don't even think. And Hearn has said this. I don't think they recouped what they paid Devin, bro. I be watching Devin shows like they didn't recoup that. That was are you giving away money? Come on, we got a name and we can hype it up. And you
Yep,
looking
they
at
sure
black
was.
fighters and you seeing Tank and you thinking like maybe this can be the guy. But he really wasn't the guy yet. Like he's still on his way. I mean, he top dog of the division, but I'm talking about popularity wise. So they was able to squeeze that bag out of Hearn because Espinoza or Bob wasn't finna pay them what Hearn paid him. Like, you know, he'd have to cop PBC in they early stages when they first got when they was overpaying niggas. When they was overpaying niggas and when they first came out, when PVC had that big fund and they was paying fighters purses out
Yeah,
the fund instead of what they was actually making, they was overpaying fighters. You know what I mean? So that's how Haney got in on her. Like, while you overpaying motherfuckers, let me be the first motherfucker you overpay. You hear me? So before you start figuring this shit out, I'm out the door. You know what I mean? So that shit,
I'm out
they work the
the
game how they
door. Now
supposed to
these
work it.
now these niggas have to file. They have to file bankruptcy all after. Niggas act like this shit don't exist. You remember that Canelo deal?
Mhm.
That
Which
three
one?
hundred sixty-five million dollars,
Oh, the
three
one they took
hundred
off the
million.
table?
They talking about Canelo. Yeah, they took that shit straight off the table, but they was celebrating that shit early.
Because they was getting in
But they
while the
gave that
getting was
bread out.
good. They was getting in while the getting was good, man. Farmer got in on it. Tevin Farmer, like, hey, look, anybody who wasn't signed to PVC or exclusively the top rank was getting in on that. He was trying his hand. You had $1 billion. Like, I hate that. I hate that Wilder didn't get in on it because Wilder was just staying loyal to the game, and I'm pretty sure he thought everything was gonna work out with the AJ situation. And it just when AJ got beat by Ruiz, they just killed everything. You know what I'm saying? Like that just blew the whole idea. Because if I was
It
Wilder, that
did, and they
120 mil was a nice
and
little, you know.
nobody wants to admit it. Nobody wants to admit it. They even said it. They said, "Man, we fucked up because we fucked up. We didn't include AJ in the wild. This nigga gets fucking Ruiz. Like, what the fuck were we doing?"
Just bad matchmaking with Eddie
When Jared
Hearn,
Miller,
dog. That boy.
this is what Eddie Hearn did. If Jared Miller couldn't make the fight, I just would have canned the whole thing. But you know what I think it was? I think Eddie Hearn, and nobody wants to say it, but I honestly believe that Eddie Hearn comped a lot of fucking tickets. Probably flew a gang of motherfuckers out so it'll look like the fucking Madison Square Garden is just dumb packed. You know what I mean?
No,
And I
I
feel like
have
he
to
was selling wolf
disagree.
tickets
Them,
with this nigga Joshua.
no,
Yeah,
bro.
that's
You
what I
see
look.
how
Hold
they
on, let me
came to
finish
Vegas.
because
No,
I
I
feel like
respect.
he
Go ahead,
brought
my
them
bad.
there. I'm just saying. I feel like he sold a lot of wolf tickets. Maybe if it won't even comp, but he did told everybody, yeah, this is it. We all migrating over here to watch this nigga do this and do that. It backfired, bro, big time. He had to recoup. He has to recoup, and I feel like that's why he went to Saudi Arabia for the second fight because they lost a lot of money in that first Joshua Ruiz fight.
I mean, and then Joshua lost a lot of value. You know what I mean? Like after losing like that, because I remember when Ricky Hatton came to fight Floyd, bro. Them Britons showed up. Now I don't think it was no fraudulence in them showing up. Like all they had to go to was New York too. We ain't got to go all the way to Vegas. That's right across the ocean. You feel me? Like I do believe there was a healthy contingency of Brits there, and he was the biggest British star at the time. It ain't like he was just some Kell Brook or Connor Bean. Like this nigga really was packing out Wembley Stadium. So I do believe about 8,000 Brits could come over here and watch that nigga fight. I don't think that was hyped up by no means because keep in mind they thought he was finna be the biggest thing in the world, so they probably following his legacy. Like, but you put him in a ring with a nigga who undefeated 105 in the amateurs. Like you didn't think to find another bum. Like you could have found the bum. Like you go put a motherfucker who undefeated 105 in the amateurs, not a 5 and 100. This motherfucker be beating shit for real. Like Andy Ruiz got muscle memory, and I always tell people like the amateur gauntlet in America is just way more brutal. You feel me? The muscle memory you acquire fighting all these different styles. Them straight up and down UK boys can't contend with that. You know what I'm saying? That's why they ask me to get put in the dirt so much. Like, hey, go over here and fight a Mexican or FBA, get exposed real quick. You know? You hear, bro? That shit keep going out. What you in a bunker, cuz?
Like that. Actually, what you say?
So you must be in a bunker.
You,
Yeah, all right.
no, you're talking about how motherfucking AJ. He said all the people came out for AJ because he was the next big thing. Which I could believe that. I could believe that too.
Yeah, like I said, you gotta watch that
I
that,
can
that
believe that.
British contingency that came to see Hatton and Floyd, bro. They was there. They be supporting, bro. You know what I mean? Like that's the second biggest sport in their country, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Second to soccer.
Nigga, that
So
niggas talking about boxing moments. That boxing moment changed the whole shape of the fucking sport, bro. It did.
you say what?
I said that. I feel like that boxing moment changed the whole shape of the heavyweight division.
It did. And then Wilder losing to Fury just killed it. Like he just and I know that's your boy. I
Killed
know
it.
we got our reasons for it, but it killed it. I feel like that killed the sport of boxing in America. Like, and then Smith's not getting
It
Manny
did.
Pacquiao. We don't have a face. Like Javante's there now, but he still ain't the crossover face. Ain't nothing bigger than a black heavyweight champion of the world. Like nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and as much as they probably want to toot Fury, Americans don't like Fury neither. You know what I'm saying? Like he too much of a gypsy for them. Like, man, the whole sport of boxing would have been affected positively had we had that AJ Wilder fight, or even if Wilder had B Fury cheating ass. You know what I'm saying? Like I think the ripple effect of the popularity would have affected all the fights. You know what I mean? I think we'd have got a lot of fights earlier too. This Spence Crawford, I think, would have been happening. But like I say, after a while, when they wasn't seeing the paper coming in, they had to make sure this shit is still a viable, sport. Like I think Tank and Garcia helped a lot with not providing the money, but giving, that type of, oh, they sold 1.2 million. Oh, we still in boxing ain't went nowhere. It just got to be the right fights, you know? So it just big business right
Man,
now, bro.
heavyweight division, and then nobody wants to fight Wilder. Like that's just nuts, bro.
I mean, nobody want to get laid out. hey,
I
you
feel
see
like nobody
David
wants to fight Wilder.
Benavidez. Why?
I feel like nobody want to fight her because they know that funny shit will fight, and they ain't gonna have that same luxury fighting that nigga.
Flat out. I mean, Eric.
They
I
gonna
don't
get
give a
laid the
who you
fuck out.
was. Everybody who been in the ring been laid out by that man, including Fury. Like that's why I be like, that's why I was Usyk. As much as I love Usyk, I can't ignore the fact that everybody who's got in the ring with that man has been on the ground. Like you're going down too, and you might not get up. I seen AJ hit you with some shit that could have fucked you up if he had more gorilla in him. He ain't got no killer. Oh man, I just watched that post fight interview with AJ and Usyk. Man, every time I watch it, I cringe. I'm like,
Oh
damn,
yeah,
AJ, what
yeah.
the
I said you
fuck is
said that
wrong
shit
with
gets worse every time you watch it.
you,
You
man?
said it
It's
gets
just, oh,
worse
you
every
want
time
to
you watch
be
it.
Rocky Marciano and y'all just like, what happened to you in that ring, bro? You punch drunk in that
Bro, that's what
motherfucker.
happened. Niggas don't understand, bro. When you get punched in your head, bro, you don't know what type of screws be going missing, nigga. That's why I
I
don't really
swear,
like
bro.
interviews. That's why I don't really like interviews after the fight because I be like, bro, these niggas' brains be scrambled right now. Like,
Yeah, I don't
shit,
like even in most sports. I don't like the post game interview because motherfuckers' emotions be high, motherfucker head be ringing tired. Like these people will break you up for asking all these old pressing questions from a motherfucker who just didn't do shit but watch. But you got all these pressing questions. You know what I mean? But what you think
nigga,
about
my
this
fucking
David
head feel
Benavidez
like,
for real shit, bro?
man, it's a tough one, bro. And I don't want to call David Benavidez a duck, but it's just scary, bro, because it's like you want the Canelo fight so bad, you deserve it. If anybody deserve it, you deserve it. But it's looking like it's not there for you. But then you turn around and what's left for you is a fucking unknown assassin. Niggas talking about,
Yeah.
oh, he ain't this. And here's the sad part: all David Benavidez fans talking about, oh, that nigga got no fights. He can't do this and do that. Nigga, don't believe them fans because, bro, you know, looking at skills, nigga, that nigga got something for your ass if you sleep. You know what I'm saying? So it's
On
like,
me.
dang, you don't want to fall. You don't want to fall in that direction and fight him because even if you win, that shit can take a lot out of your ass fighting a nigga like that right now. You
I
know?
wouldn't
So
do
it's
it.
like,
I wouldn't do it.
and you ain't gonna get money like that to fight dude.
I wouldn't do it. Like, and I don't give a fuck. You call me. Because one thing about it, bro, that's why I only choose to engage in certain conversations, bro, because it's going to always be somebody. You see that girl Spicy, man? I know she kind of off a little bit, but it's always going to be somebody there
Yeah.
to say some dumb shit like a Canelo, he ducked so and so because it just always going to be somebody with something to say. That's why I just kind of only trying to chime in on shit that might have some relevance to it, or the back and forths to just get redundant because it's always gonna be some asshole who just saying something ridiculous. And I ain't calling her that. I'm just talking about just period. But it's like you in a lose-lose. How are you ducking Morrell? Then the same person that say he ducked Morrell, the same person say Morrell ain't earned shit. Like, then to turn around
I
and say
know.
Benavidez ain't earned, just like you would be all day. That's why I'll be fucking with you on the box and a few other mugs and just have a real convo and then that be that. Because it'd be like people just come up with so many what we call excusifications. You feel me? For everything they favorite fighter do. And I just ain't like that. If Charlo did some sucking shit, I'm quick to say Charlo just needs to shut up and box. You hear me? Because sometimes he just say dumb shit. Like I don't know
Y'all
if he be
gotta see the
drinking
play.
Hennessy.
Y'all gotta see the play though. My dude Marcus, he said, "Forget Canelo, build your own lane." Mexico looking at you heavy represent, nigga. If Canelo lands this Charlo fight and knocks Charlo out, nigga, he can retire after that shit.
No, he can't.
You know,
No, I
they gonna say,
disagree.
"Oh man, you see, he fought
But they
champion
already
after
said
champion.
I
He fought
love that
undefeated."
Charlo. I love that Charlo isn't the hype right now. Everybody writing him off. Even y'all like the inactivity. Everybody writing him off. That's why Canelo can't escape Benavidez
So
because
I'm
even if he
saying
beat Charlo, the
if
hype.
Charlo, imagine Canelo fighting Charlo and it's a tough fight, but Canelo win by count, bro. Nigga, they ain't gonna be talking about no Benavidez. Canelo gonna say, "Oh, I'm tired. I've done so much. I represent Mexico. I'm done with boxing." That's it. He
Well,
can
for
say
one,
that.
he ain't knocking
He
out
gonna say
Charlo.
that.
That's the first things first. He's not knocking out Charlo at all. So yeah, that is a if was a fifth, we all be drunk.
And
When has Charlo been
so
hurt? Who is Canelo knocked out recently?
niggas be
Like
trying to
Well, hold up.
niggas be
You
trying to
said when has
cash out
Charlo
in
been
this
hurt?
game, bro.
when has
I
Charlo
seen
been physically hurt, bro?
Montiel hurt him like three
He
three times.
Cause that man beat that man unanimously like that. He had a
He
rough
did, but
back and forth. He had a rough back and forth in a hometown fight, but he didn't hurt him like make him stop coming forward or buckle him or.
um, I disagree. Look, you're right. He beat the shit out of him, but he did get hurt by him at least 3 times.
That was a good
Hurt
fight.
as in buckle or felt the grown man punch. Like, 'cause hurt is one thing. Like, hurt is Keith Thurman getting hit by Louis Collazo and Bell, and throughout the 5th round in
Oh
referee
Hurt
no,
is
he
control.
was
Wilder
he was hurt for
Wilder
real.
Ortiz, 7th round.
Yeah, like how Wilder, like how Ortiz. I don't know. I just be feeling like when people say hurt, I be feel like a grown man punch gonna hurt no matter who hit you. You know what I'm saying? But to say hurt, I be putting it in perspective. Like, did he buckle? Did he
He was
stop coming
hurt.
Okay,
forward?
buckled.
He was
What
hurt
about
the same
buckled?
way Devin was hurt against Loma. That type of hurt.
And let I'm telling he wasn't hurt.
Oh no, bro, he was hurt. And you gotta realize some fighters got better poker faces than others.
All right, I feel that.
I know he's.
And
Yeah.
I
Hey,
feel and I feel
I
like
don't. I
one
don't
I feel
know,
like
man.
one tough fight is not enough to write Charlo off like he just gonna get knocked out by
Okay,
Canelo,
okay,
who
but
couldn't even knock
my
out
thing is,
John
bro,
Ryder, who couldn't
let's
knock
keep
out
it
40-year-old Triple G. You know what I'm saying?
Julius.
Like,
Yeah, but Julius, let's keep it a buck.
That's,
Canelo fought like
that's
7 times in the
not.
last 3 years. Charlo's fought once in the last 3 years. When have you seen a fighter be successful off a 2 year layoff against a decent fighter?
Sugar Ray.
Unless you're Floyd.
Floyd.
And Charlo ain't no damn Floyd. Especially with all the drinking and goofiest and mental issues he has. Like, come on, I'm not putting my money on that man.
I think Canelo's
I seen
regressing.
Charlo
I
in
think
Triple G.
Charlo always been a hell of an athlete, and I feel like his jab and his physical and his footwork. I think all that's gonna get problems for Canelo, like
I would agree
inactivity
with
or not.
you. I would agree with you if we saw at least a tune up so we could see where he's at, but we don't even know where he's at.
So
I
you
feel
don't
like
think
this is
like we talked about with a brother the other day. So you don't think he should take the Canelo fight first?
you know what kind of sound like to me? You low key kind of sound like Keith Thurman and Triple G fans were like, well, um, 'cause remember Triple G fans, they swore that was going to be a competitive fight with Canelo, and they didn't want to look at it for what it was, a cash
Triple
grab.
G beat Canelo the first fight.
Exactly. 5 years ago or 7 years ago, however long that fight was. So they figured, oh, it's going to be another competitive fight. No, the man is 40 years old. He's going for a cash grab. Y'all got to see what it is. And I think low key, this is the same thing. I don't blame him. But we're not gonna pretend here like this is a real fight.
What? Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Canelo turned him down last year, right? And
yeah, I'm sure
Munguia
he
turned him down.
did.
I'm just saying he would have been active if Muggs didn't turn him down. I know that has
Yeah,
nothing to
yeah.
do with him
And guess
not being
what?
active. But I'm just
I
saying,
hope you're right. And it's a cherry pick gone wrong. I hope you're right. But this
and
is
that's and that's
boxing,
and
bro.
that's what I feel like it is. It's definitely a cherry pick going wrong. I know that boy in the gym with savages, with David
No, hell
Morrell,
no.
with
See, that's
Law,
what I don't
with
trust.
Charlo, with Spence. Like, he is in the gym with beasts. Like, he not. Who's to say what shape he in? We don't know
Nah,
nothing. Like I
nah,
was telling Art, he ain't coming off an injury. He not coming off something that like.
bro,
All
bro.
right, I mean, I respect your opinion.
You not finna take a 2 year layoff, have mental issues. Issues with the family, and I'm the one to respect him because of that. Go on little binges or whatever the fuck you were doing with Blueface, and then try to come back to the sport and face elite competition and be successful. This sport is way too difficult for you to do some shit like that.
I feel like
You
Ryder
gotta
shouldn't have
be
been
a
in the ring with
talented
Canelo and put
nigga
up
for
a
that
hell of a
shit.
fight. Like
Yeah,
I felt
bro. Even Floyd can get away with it because Floyd's the most disciplined nigga of all time. You know damn well Floyd was not doing no bullshit when he was off for 2 years.
I've seen Vitali come
This
back.
nigga
I've seen
Charlo.
Sugar Ray come back. I've seen people come back and
Bro, this
Look,
win,
man
bro.
is
Like
drunk on live
I
on
seen this
now,
interviews,
nigga
bro. You
now
Charlo.
I
cannot
would
trust
say
this man.
now I would say if anything, that's what I wouldn't trust out of all everything you said.
Hold on,
I
hold,
don't.
hold on 1 second. I
Exactly.
seen this nigga Charlo. Hold on, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear
Can
you.
y'all hear me? I said I
Yeah,
seen this nigga Charlo in the interview, motherfucking high as fuck, and he looked like he
right.
was drunk too. Eyes
Yeah,
bloodshot red, dilated like a motherfucker. I'm like, oh nah. I know how motherfucker when I see one.
yeah.
I think Spence smoke weed too. I think all them niggas smoke.
I mean, You think that's
I,
why Spencer
it didn't
mellow
look
all
like
the
just
damn
smoking
time?
though. It looked like a combination of drinking too, smoking and
Oh no,
drinking.
I think he's a heavy drinker too. I do feel like that. Like I said, that's the only thing I don't wait a Montiel fight in because like I say, wait like hold on, your man just said that wait a Ryder fight in. Like if we win our last fights, like that should show you Canelo ain't who y'all. Well, I ain't gonna say y'all who people hype him up to be, but we can't go off one fight. Now that other shit, the drinking shit, now that's always been a problem with me. You know what I mean? And just to feel
What
like
about do you question Charlo's integrity?
no, I don't all that
What do
cash
you
out
mean?
shit.
What do you mean is integrity? Like his
I'm just
discipline,
saying,
his
bro. I'm talking
oh
about is he willing to take a knee? You know what I'm saying?
nah
Call it quits
nah.
No,
early
I
no.
would hope not.
Like I just ain't buying this cash
for
out
a
shit.
certain
This is a
type
man
of.
who made the franchise belt be created. Like he earned
Come
this
on,
spot.
man.
He
Like
been fighting
let's
for
be
this
real.
spot.
When we watched the interview that he had with them dudes, the NFL players, that don't seem to me like a dude that's passionate about boxing. Like you think you're finna go in there and just lay it all on the line? I don't think so, bro. This is a cash grab. We gotta see it like what it is.
Cause he been off it's a cash grab, but when he was offering them 50 million last year, was a cash grab, or when they made the franchise belt, it
My
was a
my thing
cash
is my
grab.
thing
That don't make
my
that
my
that
my thing
narrative
about
don't
it
make
is
sense to me.
Yeah, but he wasn't off a 2 year
my
layoff
thing
last
is
year, so
But I'm saying,
my
so he
thing
don't
is
come back
I
and
just
fight
say
who you been trying to fight.
we shouldn't
Mm.
rule out that we shouldn't rule out both possibilities until we see how the boys looking in the fight camp.
no hell no. Fight camp ain't gonna tell you shit. Niggas gonna look amazing, but when the fight actually start, look like trash.
Yeah, that's why I say if the fight had if he looked trash in the fight off, he showed signs of that he just throwing the fight, then y'all could say it was a crash cash grab. But as of right now, if I get that call about Canelo, I'm off. Who do I fight? Even the per for Canelo, like who do I jump in the ring with at 168? Like to even
It's not about getting the right look or the right sparring partner. It's about being in rhythm. This sport is about rhythm. You're not just gonna, you can't just pick off. I mean, go off for 2 years and then come back and everything's gonna be okay.
I could see if it was an injury, but it wasn't an injury. Like I
Keith
just can't.
Thurman, Keith Thurman
It's
took a
like
two
he
year
expect this
layoff,
nigga
came back
Charlo
and
And
to
it
looked
was
look
like
an
like some
trash.
injury.
super Negro
It was an
style.
injury. It was an
Okay, but what I'm
injury.
saying, he look like Keith Thurman when he came back, and he don't even drink. At least as far as I know.
He was looking a little rusty. Even Errol Spence was looking a little rusty in that Eucus fight at
Yeah,
first.
did that look like? Look at Earl Spence that fought Lamont Peterson, and then look at the one that fought Danny Garcia. That don't look like the same Earl Spence, just in that particular fight. So, like, come on, man. And Charlo's nowhere near as good as Earl.
It's like I believe Charlo got it in him, but all the signs is telling me that he left that fucking that part in 2019, 2020.
And he got the tools to beat Canelo. He's
Canelo.
naturally a bigger man. He
That's what I'm
got the
saying. If it
jab.
was 2019, yeah.
Right.
But now shit looking shaky, my guy. But I don't know. He
And
could win
and
though.
I don't know if y'all peeped it. Demetrius, he said, "I heard you getting dropped by sparring partners." Did y'all see that interview? Like, come on, man. Think about that. You don't think Canelo and their people know that? And they probably think, "Oh, damn, he ain't got it
I
no more.
know.
Like, let's cash out." That might be the case. Like, let's be real. When have you seen Canelo choose a partner? I mean, a fighter coming off a great performance, or even looking semi-dangerous. You never see that shit. Even Triple G, he looked
Last time
human
he seen
against
that
Danny
was against
Jacobs.
Floyd.
Yeah, well, at least with Floyd, it was a win-win situation. If you win, you get everything that comes with it. If you lose, you say, "Oh, he was young, and he got the biggest payday that he's ever gonna see, or at least one of the biggest paydays." So I mean, and he can't really hurt you. It's not like he's gonna damage you for life. So it was a win-win.
Well, I'll just end this on my little Charlo hype real quick. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I hear
I
you.
would just say his jab is strong. He got good spacing. You know what I mean? I feel like none of that goes away with time. I feel like once he get in the rhythm of things, and Canelo ain't the person who finna start off attacking him and throwing him off. I feel like once he get in the rhythm, and hopefully he in the gym with Morrell, Laura, and all these people that Ronnie Shields got, and they treating this fight with the proper respect, and he go in there doing his thing. I just feel like skill wise, he's good enough to get it done. And I've always felt that about him. Now the other variables that y'all weighed in is something that must be weighed in. But I'm hoping that, like I say, with his camp and with his brothers and with everybody he around, that they will have him genuinely ready to go when that fight happens. And I think if he is, he will win. But like I can't ignore the other shit. So I don't act like it ain't relevant. But I'm just hoping for him to be in the right space. And if this is something you've been waiting on for hellas, get up for something like this. This ain't nothing you kind of treat like, oh, I'm just finna go in there and get a bag. Like, you know what happens if you beat Canelo. Like, this ain't like Bivol beating Canelo. This ain't like, some foreigner beating Canelo. This shifts the game if you could pull this off. For
Man, that
you,
man,
PBC, everything. You
that's
know?
wish that's wishful thinking. Until proven otherwise, I am not putting my trust in that man.
Shit. Canelo had a rough fight with Ryder, man. Yeah, Canelo ain't
I feel like he
he
ain't take that nigga seriously.
He didn't take Triple G serious. He didn't knock him out. Like, that wasn't an impressive performance. The Bivol wasn't impressive. Like, he ain't really been
No,
impressive. Like, even Plant had a lot of good work on Canelo before he clocked him. You know what I mean? I don't feel like Canelo is just really everything like that, to where he just scares me for Charlo like that. You know what I mean? He's a good fighter. Don't get it wrong, but his resume got a lot of asterisks in it. And he got a lot of flaws
it
in his
does.
game, bro.
It does, but all Charlo can do to me is gonna make this semi more competitive than those fights. At least the last two ones. But I don't think he's gonna beat him because
I could think of beat him with the
I just
stick
don't see that
alone.
coming, bro. Like
I feel it.
that'd
No,
be hilarious.
respect.
I would low key prefer that over Benavidez beating uh what's his name, Canelo, because you basically try to catch the nigga at a moment of weakness, and you still lost to this. Come on, bro. Like
And that's why I
I'm
hope
going.
Charlo beat the shit out of him, because this, when you give him a shot, when he feel like
Yeah,
y'all, like, you off, I hope Charlo come in and
yeah.
destroy
But
that man
my
for that
thing is,
shit.
bro, I just can't put my trust in Charlo, bro. Like
And I
Art
feel
just
that too,
said,
bro.
this nigga's on interviews drunk out of his mind. Like, come on, man. You can't trust a grown man like that. You just can't. You cannot put your money behind something like
I
that.
mean, Smith's been drunk on Pregarious, Smith's been drunk a few times on camera, like,
Yeah, but that was in
you
like 2017, 2018. Like that was a different time. This is recent.
shit, that's the only
Even that
Charlo.
even that live with Andrade, he looked suspect. I don't know what the fuck he was about, was going on in there.
I gotta say, he the type of motherfucker that I just don't rather do interviews at all. Like, I tell artists all the time, like, oh, I'm a Charlo fan, but I ain't no fanboy. He just needs to shut the fuck up sometimes. You feel me? Because sometimes he just let the wrong things come out his mouth, or either he look inebriated and just say dumb shit. Like, even when he was talking to Bivol, it just seemed like, bro, just shut up. Like,
Yeah,
so I
Bivol was
feel
like,
you,
you
but
champion? Are you champion? Hell
yeah,
no,
he
this
was
nigga ain't no
talking.
champion at 168.
Yeah, like, but I don't know. Like, I want to see Jamal do well. I always felt like he was an exceptional talent. Him and his brother. I always thought he was better than his brother for real. But I think because of PBC having all the fighters at 154, it was easier to make all them fights happen. You see, all them middleweights was never at PBC. Triple G
That
never
that
wants to fight
that
him.
that I agree with,
Yeah, it was tough for him to get any fight.
bro.
He would have had to
See,
go to the
that's
zone.
people don't certain fighters can't do certain shit because of politics, man. And they will, oh, he don't want to fight this guy. He don't want no. Sometimes they just can't because it's maybe
And my
somebody from the
network don't want me
division.
to fight him. And as a businessman, I feel it. Like, if I'm Showtime and I built you boys' name up, and they built the Charlos name up. I remember seeing them boys first fighting, on the Golden Boy on undercards and shit. Like, I built your name up. So now that you built up, I'm finna let you go to the zone and let them cash in. Like, fuck nah. Even though we want
Yeah,
the big fights, but as a businessman, I put millions into investing in you. Like, hold up. But sometimes I be wishing they bend a little bit, because somebody like Charlo needed a little bending. You know what I'm saying? For him to get a fight. But at the same time, you see what they did to Andre. They signed him to the zone and still didn't get the fight. So, Eddie Reynoso has already come out and said how difficult it is to fight black fighters. So Canelo ain't too quick to jump in that ring with them. And Triple G wasn't either. Lorana
Hey,
wasn't either. I ain't never seen Green Belt
hey,
just
hey,
not
I want to
want
speak on this real quick. Now that I got my dude Dirk up in here. Can you hear me, Dirk?
Yeah, I hear
What
you.
you what you think about the news of Bill Haney claiming that Stevenson wasn't an option in the meeting? The option was Haney Loma too and Lopez.
So, when was this interview by Bill?
It wasn't an interview.
Because that's the rumors. Because Bob did say that Shakur was the one of the fights they offered him. They said they offered him Loma rematch, Shakur, and I believe Teofimo. I believe was the other one. Yeah, it was one of those. Because it makes no sense that they wouldn't want Shakur because that's their best chance to get the belts back at top rank. Think about that. Like, come on now.
I told Art that I think
No,
that's cap.
or
I think Bill
I
capping.
think that's
I know Shakur name was brought up. I know
Yeah,
it was.
yeah,
I
bro. Like,
think
Now
think
it
Bob
about
probably
that.
ain't the
Ain't
first
nobody
up the
scared of no
bag.
damn Devin Haney. No disrespect, but like, come on, man. Especially that last performance.
it may not be a point of being scared. You gotta look at it as a financial aspect. Do you think Bob would be willing to pay him more to fight Shakur Stevenson over doing a Haney Lomachenko rematch?
He probably no. Devin might outprice himself, but I'll say this:
Thank you.
when Shakur, let me, and I want you Devin Haney fans to listen to this real carefully. When
I'm
Shakur
listening.
proves that he's that guy, yeah, yeah, I'm dead serious. When Shakur proves he's that guy, I don't want no bandwagon jumping because a lot of you Haney fans are calling him a coon, a
I like
sellout.
Shakur. I like
Uh,
Shakur.
okay, well, I'm just saying because
But
the
I got
ones who are listening, you know who you are. Talking about he a sellout, he a coon, uh, he buck dancing for Bob and all this other shit, and he's scared of Devin Haney. Yeah, okay. When the truth reveals itself, stay on that side, bro. That's all I'm saying.
okay.
I, and that's and like
Can I say my piece
go ahead.
in return?
Go ahead, man.
My piece of return to Shakur Stevenson fans. Anything that Shakur Stevenson does going forward will be second to what Devin Haney's doing,
Hmm.
or possibly even
I mean that's cool, but if you gotta be honest with yourself, their energy when it comes to Shakur is real different and suspect. Like they
Because
with TOP,
they
even
know,
yeah, bro, because they've been in the gym with this dude.
because
They
they
know
know
what time
what.
it
they
is,
know,
bro. Why is
they
Shakur
know
so
his
confident
talent.
when it comes to Devin and Devin is
You
all
see what he said?
humble?
He said I got the best of Devin every time in sparring. Every time. That's what Shakur said.
Yeah,
Like,
and Shakur, you see how happy Shakur was when Devin finally responded with some type of a little bit of disrespect and competition with that tweet. Finally, nigga, like this whole time before that
But
tweet,
why is
you
the
talk about,
action
oh,
not
we'll
looking on,
see.
bro?
Oh, that's a great fight, bro. Why you so humble when it comes to this nigga? But everybody else, you talk
Shakur
shit,
Stevenson talking about some signed the contract. What contract?
he said send the contract.
bro. You know there was a come on now,
It said send the contract. It didn't say sign it.
yeah.
So you saying
And
that Devin Haney would have to send a contract to Shakur Stevenson to fight on what? Devin Haney's platform? On Devin Haney's YouTube?
it I mean,
And
I've
that's what I'm
seen both
talking about when
sides
it comes to
submit.
this clout
I've
I
seen
don't
chasing.
both
know if it
sides.
says,
No, I've
yeah.
seen both sides submit contracts. So that whole narrative that the champion's supposed to, or I've seen it work both ways. You know what I mean? So that's not a good out. But
Who's
what
the
I
A
will
Look,
side in
say,
that
look,
fight?
look. No,
Haney,
no, art.
Shakur hasn't earned nothing yet to demand much. That's why he play his part. Like Shakur is very not trip off Shakur. Shakur don't do no talking like he the A side. He don't do no heavy shit. He just be
Yeah, he
like,
don't care
send the
about that.
contract. Yeah,
And
he just
art.
like, let me show you.
Shakur's not his own boss though. Y'all don't get that part though.
That's
He's
okay.
not.
That's okay. He
It's
will
So
be
he
okay.
make the
eventually.
It's
shots.
okay.
Look,
And
Bob Arum
art.
can say, "Oh, I like to fight for Shakur." But Bob Arum can also be like, well, nigga, I ain't sending no Devin Haney no damn a 6 million contract to fight Shakur Stevenson when I have Lomachenko right here who's willing to accept any type of deal, just another opportunity to fight Dev.
And plus is
That
a
You
is
better
can't
true.
tell me
Loma
financial
is
Bob Arum
willing.
ain't
situation.
got the front runner.
But plus is a better financial situation for Top Rank. Shakur doesn't have a name. Like we know him, but he ain't got no name like Loma. And then with this controversy, Bob know that part
So, and
two
that's what
for
I'm
Haney
saying.
Loma
Folks
sales
talking about
numbers.
some, oh, it's all cap. It's all cap that Bill Haney's talking about. Are you sure it's cap? Because
Yeah, it's
Bob
Cap,
Arum's
and
not
I'll tell
no
you why.
It's cap.
boxing fan like us saying, "Oh, I want that fight next." Nah, he on some
Hey,
nigga. I'm trying to
hey,
maximize profit.
it's
Cap.
Cap, and let me tell you why. If you, I don't, I don't listen to what people say. I look at their actions. And Devin Haney's actions via his social media, he don't want to fight Shakur Stevenson. Just look at his likes. He likes every single post that says, Shakur is a clout chaser. Shakur don't. Shakur
Cause he
is
is a
a hater.
cloud
He don't even.
chaser.
Yeah,
I
see,
ain't
there you
cloud
go.
chasing.
There
I
you
want
go.
the belt. I want you see you supporting that shit, bro. How I'm a cloud chaser if I want the
That's some
belt?
Bro,
bullshit.
if
That's some
he
Canelo.
wanted the belt, he
Salute.
would have activated his mandatory status to fight Devin Haney. Why is he
Man,
not reaching
bro, who
out to
cares? That's the
why is he
past.
not
What we
reaching out
talking
to
about
Nate
right
Diaz
now?
right now to
Bro,
force that?
right now, he talking about going to 140 to fight Regis, bro. He's not. So it's either this, like I told you, this is Haney's out. Either go to 140 and say I can't make 135, or deal with the smoke you got to deal with at 135 because it's three of them there, and that's Loma rematch, Tank, and Shakur. Shakur comes last though because Shakur don't got a name, and
You
Shakur need
coming?
a body at
I
135.
think you coming from
This
a weird
let me
perspective,
tell you,
saying that that's his out.
let me
Like,
tell you,
how is that?
Shakur fans.
How is that an
Shakur fans,
out
what's really gonna
when that's
happen?
what he
No, I'm
makes?
saying no because
Hold on,
because art because art. Go ahead, go ahead. I want to answer.
hold on 1 second, y'all. Shakur fans, I want y'all to hear this. This is what's going to happen next, and we all know it. We see the play. Devin Haney's most likely going to fight Regis or somebody at 140. And he's going to keep his belts at 135 for the possibility to fight Javante Davis. What's going to happen is Kambosos is most likely going to fight Lomachenko, and Shakur's going to be left with nobody but like Ortiz or just some random dude on a ranking, and he's going to
Ortiz is
claim that
gone.
Devin Haney's ducking him, and he's ducking him, and all that shit. Am I lying?
But look,
Oh shit.
no, I mean,
Am
no.
I
I
lying?
think Shakur will get that loan, but from sound of the Loma team, they don't really want to fight Shakur. They're talking about that Tank is a more attractive fight for them, which I don't blame them. But either
And it
way,
is.
That's
yeah,
what they
it
all
is.
say.
Yeah,
That's what they all
either
say.
way, Art. Look, and let me finish real quick. If you look at Shakur's actions, like I said before, he liked a tweet that said that Shakur is a hater. I hope Devin never gives him a chance. Bro, think about that. When you come on, does that sound like a nigga that want to fight Shakur Stevenson? Shakur is, bro. If a nigga walk into my ring during my moment where I'm celebrating, defending my titles, I'm gonna be mad. I'm like, oh hell no, bro. You're not finna try and ruin
Yeah,
my
what is this
moment.
clout
Like, well, you
chaser
got it.
doing in my fucking
You
ring?
got to see me now. That's not clout chasing.
A cloud
That's
chaser.
you
So
trying to
why
fight
do
the
so?
champ.
Come on,
Since
bro.
when? Since when
Okay,
is
Okay,
challenging the champion
what do
let
you
being
me.
a
Can I
say?
clout
say something
chaser?
to that?
So what
Can
do
I
you
say something to
say
that?
when you go to
It's
the
so.
meeting
Oh my
and
god,
the guy and the man in charge of Shakur Stevenson's career is saying another thing? What do you
bro.
do in
No,
All
that
these
Bill
dudes
is
got
saying
situation?
bosses,
another
man. Don't get
thing.
that shit twisted.
Bob is saying what he's saying. Bill is saying something else.
Can I say
Yeah,
something to that
and
though?
all this shit y'all talking about 140. Well, Bill should have said talking about, oh, we staying at 135 during the Yoshino Shakur fight.
Who
What
cares
happened
what
to that
Bill
energy?
Haney
What
says? Who
changed?
cares what Bill Haney
Oh,
says?
Oh, now I know who cares what Bill. Oh,
Nas who
okay.
curves? Oh,
Yeah,
that's what
who?
Art started off the
Who's saying that? Is
combo
that
with.
Mark? Is that you,
Yeah,
Art, or Marcus?
yeah. Because if y'all keep listening to Bill
No, that
Haney,
ain't me.
y'all gonna run yourselves in circles, man. I've been saying
Nah,
that
I
forever.
told him he be
I'm just
capping
saying, well,
right.
your daddy shouldn't say certain shit if you're not gonna follow through.
Who
Okay,
should we
okay.
listen
So
to?
you name one boxing
Because
dad. You
one
name
dude
one
putting out
boxing dad who
information.
don't say no crazy stuff. Name one boxing dad
I used to
who don't say
respect Bill Haney as a stand-up real guy, but he's turning into a promoter. Whenever you can sit up there and say Loma
that's
and
his
Haney
job.
wasn't a
That's
close
literally his
fight,
title.
that's not no. Listen, what I'm trying to say. At first, he used to be very honest. Now he's on some. I'm gonna say what I gotta say to make shit make sense for the narrative, because ain't no way you say Loma Haney wasn't a close fight. You just on your promoter shit, as you should be. But Art putting stock into what
Quick
he
question
said,
though.
so I'm
Quick
just
question for
responding
Dirk.
to it.
Quick question for
Yeah.
Dirk. Why wasn't Shakur Stevenson in this meeting with Bob Arum and Bill Haney? Why did he get the
Why would he
invite?
need to be?
When do you see
What
fighters in those type of meetings?
boy, Art be making up some
I'm
shit.
just saying, where's Shakur be with Bob Arum to talk about fighting Devin Haney?
I've never seen another fight in the room ever, ever, ever.
When is Sha-
Yeah.
when is Shakur and Jay Prince meeting with Bob Arum to discuss the Haney fight?
How do you know they haven't already discussed it?
That
How do
shit
you know
ain't
Yeah,
that they
scheduled,
did?
nigga.
But how do you know
I
that
mean,
they
it's a
did?
phone call away. They don't necessarily have to meet in person.
I'm just
Yeah,
saying,
but how
look,
do you
if
know
this
that they
nigga
did, Dirk?
Shakur Stevenson really wanted this fight, he can force that
what'd you say,
mandatory
Mark?
You're
right
right.
now.
You're right. I don't know if they did, but you don't know either.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna fill
Why
in
he
the
why
blanks
he
for
ain't
either
forcing the
side. That's
mandatory
what I'm
right
saying.
now? Why he not forcing the mandatory right now?
And let
Like
me
Tio
let
did.
me tell
He's
you something.
got
If
the
Haney go up
mandatory.
to if Haney go up to 140, they will take them belts from him. You will not get the Canelo treatment. You will not be able to go up and keep them belts out there, and they got a money maker like Tank that they want 3% of them commission fees for. They will find a way to get that boy them belts. Like you better hold on to them joints, because if you go up to 140 flirting with that Regis Progress shit, they will snatch them belts. You will not get that Canelo treatment.
My,
I
my
feel. You
dude,
know what I
my
mean?
dude, 78 Sports TV. He came in the chat. He said Shakur said sign the contract, not send, and that's what I'm saying. He says
That's what
sign
I
the
came up here to
contract,
say. I mean, I ain't got a chance
and
to
then
say
Bob
nothing,
Arum
but it
Yeah,
talk
he
about
definitely
did
some.
said
say that.
sign.
Bob Arum
It
talk
said
about
sign
some.
the
That boy
contract.
Shakur Stevenson tripping. What
Damn.
contract?
Hey, 78, 78. You better hope that fight don't happen anytime soon. He gonna stop that hype train. Tell you that right now.
Hey yo,
All right,
The
man.
Haney
can I
hype
get something in?
train.
Can I get something in
Nah,
real
I'm just
quick?
kidding. He ain't no hype train, but he
Go
will
ahead, G.
embarrass Devin Haney. It's not
So
gonna be
listen.
competitive.
So I came up to
All
say
right,
two
man.
things.
Go ahead.
One, the sign definitely says sign the contract, and the second thing is, yo. So I went back to watch the Devin Haney fight versus Lomachenko for the first time like a couple days ago, and they had the Sky Sports broadcast in the full fight. So it was
Mhm.
it was good hearing a different perspective from the different announcers. But at the end of the fight, what I noticed was Shakur Stevenson got in the ring. And the first thing he did when he got in the ring, Devin Haney came over to him and they shook hands. And he congratulated him after the fight. And he was in the ring with him for almost a full 2 minutes after Shakur got in the ring. And they were talking to each other on the side of the ring, in the ring. And then after Devin Haney got out of the ring, after he did his post fight interview, that's when Shakur said, "Oh, they said one thing and ran out the ring." Y'all was in the ring talking to each other before the interview even started, and you waited till he got out the ring to say that he lost the fight, but you walked over to him and shook hands. Like, to me, that's what looks phony. Like, explain that to me.
Where did you find this replay of this fight?
Go to the Devin Haney Lomachenko full fight. It's the Sky Sports one.
Okay, I'm gonna look for that.
Yo, when
Yeah,
I
I'm
hop
gonna
off, I'm
check that
put it
out too.
in the chat. But I literally went and I'll get the timestamp and I'll send it to you guys. But Shakur hops in the ring because I'm looking in and I'm like, when did Shakur get in the ring? And Devin Haney walks over to him. They shake hands. They talking, and then 2 minutes later, after Devin finally gets out the ring, he hops on the mic and says, "Oh, Devin said one thing and they ran out the ring." Like, what are you talking about? Y'all were just talking. It's phony.
Devin said
Did they
that.
agree? Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
No, I
Man,
was just asking, did they
Shakur
agree to do a
Stevenson.
face off or something that made him say that, or what made him say that? Like, what did he mean by that?
What do you? He wasn't supposed to be in the ring. Like that. What? Let's be honest, right? Let's look at it. Nobody thought Bob Arum had his money hoping that Lomachenko won that fight. Shakur Stevenson was there. He said he wanted to make Shakur and Loma. That was the plan before Shakur even moved up. Devin Haney was never supposed to be able to walk away with them belts. Like, come on now. Let's
Right.
look at what we
I,
really
I do
dealing
feel
with.
like Bob wanted Loma to win for sure.
Well, that one
You
was
know what I mean?
obvious.
And I
Cause
feel
look,
like
cause
that's one
cause
of the reasons why I think that's one of the reasons why Lomachenko number one in the fucking division now. Like, what the fuck?
exactly. Cause
I
I did
wouldn't
I
be
did my
surprised.
homework.
Look, this is what I feel is gonna happen. I feel like Lomachenko is gonna fight Kambosos, Maxi Hughes winner, and the winner of Kambosos versus Loma, which is most likely gonna be Kambosos is the winner, but the winner of Kambosos versus Loma, which is gonna be Loma, is gonna fight Shakur Stevenson for one of Devin Haney's belts, which most likely be the
Hey,
WBC
I'm
belt.
I'm watching the Sky event right now. I don't see Shakur and Devin shaking hands.
Hold on, I'll go. I'll hop on my computer and I'll get you the exact timestamp. I got
Ooh, motherfuckers pulling out them
Hey, my dude.
timestamps, baby. I like that. I
Hey,
like
hey,
that.
hey,
Yeah,
my
Pulling out
dude.
them
My dude,
receipts.
timestamps.
78.
Give
My
us
dude,
them
78 says
receipts.
Shakur Stevenson quit in sparring versus Devin Haney, talking about he tired.
Who
Also,
is he talking
78
about?
must be on the Haney. Must be on the Haney
He is.
train, man, huh?
Yeah,
Okay, okay.
because they're saying because you gotta remember he's on the Black Fight fan and they're huge Devin Haney fans.
Okay.
And
Oh shit! So
I'm just
everything that's
saying.
Devin Haney, we just gotta discredit, huh? And
I
we
mean,
gotta
bro,
take it with a
like
grain
no,
of
look,
salt.
I like Devin
But
Haney,
Jay
and
Prince
I'm
and
a
Bob
support.
Arum,
I
legit,
support.
100%, huh?
I support all black fighters, but bro is not better than Shakur Stevenson. Y'all gonna learn the
And
hard
he's
way.
not, and he's not better than Tank. And that fight with
He
Loma
no,
was
he not.
rough, bro. Y'all, all right,
I
man.
mean,
And
look,
unfortunately
you
for
can
him,
feel that
his
way.
two
You
biggest
can feel
rivals
that way,
happen
but
to
the
be two
statistics saying
southpaws.
that's not true. You can feel
Who
that
saying that?
way, but the statistics are saying that's not true.
Okay, guess what?
What?
Rolly
Showing that Devin
Romero is a
Haney is the
champion
number
before
one
Jerron
guy
Boots
with a
Ennis.
better
We all
resume.
know it's politics.
Bro, at this point, Shakur not even above Frank Martin in the divisions, bro. Let's be real,
Oh
man.
yes, he is. Oh yes, he is. If you the champ, if you the
No, he
champ at
ain't.
130, you go up to the division. You can
Hey,
activate to be the number one. You are ranked above
hey,
Frank Martin, who
art,
doesn't even
art
have
man,
Not
one.
if not if
art man.
not if you
I want you to answer
motherfucking
me this
losing
question
the weight.
because
It's not if you
this
lose
this this is
your belt
this is
on the
one thing
78th.
fans.
Step in the back of the line, nigga.
Man,
Step
come
in the
on,
back of the
bro.
line.
But this
He
Stop
need
it.
to fight Frank
Stop it.
art.
Martin.
Art don't feel that way for real,
Hey,
bro.
art.
Stop
I
it.
want you to answer this question very honestly. Be honest. Who's achieved more
Go
in boxing
ahead,
so far in
bro.
their career?
Bro, I always keep it 100. You acting like I'm faking. I always keep it 100. Go ahead.
Hey, okay. So
Ask me. What's your
so
question?
so who's achieved more in the sport so far? Rolly Romero or Boots Ennis?
Damn, that's tough. But Rolly
Exactly.
Romero.
That's my point. In this corrupt ass
That was a
sport,
nice one.
yeah. In this corrupt ass sport, you
So
don't
what you
necessarily
trying to
get
so
off
what
by
you
your
trying to
merit.
say? Are they gonna
So
fight?
so
No, they're
what I'm
not gonna
saying,
fight.
yeah, Devin's achieved more for now than Shakur Stevenson, even though Shakur is a two-weight division
No, hold
champion.
on, hold on, hold on,
But
hold on. Now, if you say who would be more accomplished at the welterweight division if Rolly moved up, Rolly or motherfucking Boots? What would you say?
well, that's not fair because Rolly's not a natural welterweight.
Exactly. That's my point. How you say it's not fair? That's a
But Rolly ain't beat a
dead ass fair
champ.
question.
Didn't Shakur win belts at 130 and 135?
Yeah, against real champions. But
No, not
but
at
no,
Against
but they
real
135.
say well,
champions.
not
Not at
135.
135.
Yeah,
I mean
but
130. I'm
And
they
tripping.
that's
trying to
not
130.
say
My
that
no.
bad.
Shakur ain't
At
130.
fought nobody
135,
because he
he
make these
young as
niggas look
shit.
like
He at the
nobody.
back of the line.
Don't y'all
He
No,
can't
he
fight
realize?
ain't
Frank
at the
Martin.
back of the line.
Hey,
Stop it.
don't y'all realize that they say the same
He
shit
need to
about
get
Roy
Frank Martin.
Jones? Hey, see, if y'all knew y'all boxing history, y'all realize they were saying the same shit about Roy Jones. Oh, he ain't fought nobody. Nah, I just make him look like nobody.
Exactly. But people still try
And
to
that's
run
the
with that
thing.
too, though. That's why you got not listen to people, bro. Because Roy had a nice resume. People make it
Bro,
like all
no,
the
I'll
So
tell
people
you
so
one
say
what
damn
he
so what
thing.
would
based
you have
on
to
it.
what would you
I'll
have
tell
to
you
be?
one damn thing. Shakur ain't
What would you
being
have to
no
be?
competitive fight with no damn JoJo Diaz. I know that.
Dirk, let me ask you, what would you have to be? Would you have to be the undisputed world champ in the four belt era, or would you have to be the undisputed fantasy fight champion in the four belt era?
Who's
Well,
that?
he
Tank,
would
you
be
mean?
undisputed if certain niggas would
that's
accept the
that's
smoke.
Shakur Stevenson, because Shakur Stevenson undefeated on the lines in the fantasy fights, but he don't got the
Bro,
resume or the
you got undisputed beating
accolades
George
that you got.
Kambosos. You got undisputed beating George Kambosos. Everybody and their mama at 135 can beat George Kambosos.
I
And on
got
top
Jermaine
of that,
Ortiz beating. I
Why
got
Shakur
Jermaine
didn't go up
Ortiz
to?
beating George Cambosis.
and
Why
let's
didn't
keep it a
Shakur
buck
go up to
too.
fight?
Let's keep it a buck.
Why Shakur
Teofimo
didn't go
beat
up to fight
Loma.
Kambosos for the undisputed? Why Tank ain't do
Teofimo
that?
beat Loma. Teofimo beat a younger version of Loma, and he beat it in much cleaner fashion. His performance against Josh Taylor was way more impressive than your performance against Devin Haney. That's the facts. Am I
Then
wrong?
All that says is
When have you
Lopez
seen?
and
When have you
all that
seen?
says is Lopez and Haney got a better resume than Shakur Stevenson. Thank you for
Yeah,
addressing that.
boy, okay. Lopez got a better resume than Haney, but who you think is better?
yeah, Lopez got a better resume than Haynes. You tripping?
But who do you think is better though? So you talking about resume? I bet you would pick Devin Haney,
I
right?
feel
Based on what
I
eye
feel
test,
like
right?
I feel like
So
that's
does
arguable.
that make
How
Devin
you
Haney
gonna
a
say
fantasy
how you
champ?
gonna say Lopez got a better resume when he lost to the guy that motherfucking Haney beat?
Because he just
Because
beat the
look at
other.
his top four
Because he went
Oh,
up.
wins.
he
Because
just
he went
fought
up
him.
to
Yeah,
140.
I
Yeah, he
forgot
went up
y'all
to
count
140.
losses on your resume.
No, no,
I
because
count
this is
losing
why.
to
This
that.
is why he's got a
Losing to
better
somebody on
resume.
your
Oh,
resume is a notch on your resume, dog. It's not something that we
No,
should
no.
brag
Look,
about.
his top three wins are better than your top
what?
three wins.
So Jamel one loss makes him not a beast because he got one loss.
No, because he
Right.
avenged his loss. He
Uh,
avenged his loss
uh,
by KO.
The nigga's too damn
Yeah.
big to be at 135, bro. Like, and
while on Haney
I
running
believe
back
him
was
when he
off by
says that he was
about
sick in that fight. I believe
who?
him. T.O.
T.O. Me too. And you see, George wasn't quick to run it back.
Yeah.
I don't know.
George didn't
I'm
want
gonna
that
hold
smoke
that next.
again.
Bro, you know that fight was a fluke. Ain't no way George Cambosa like, come on, man. Let's be real. We're not gonna try to make George
That
Cambosa
last
something
one.
he's not.
There's no cheating.
He's a
There was
modern
no mob
day
involved.
Buster Douglas.
They do that when it's
That nigga
convenient
got
for
the
them.
ass.
They make it seem like George Cambosis is some monster because he got a victory over T.O. Like they just make it seem like that's just everything, and it's
I'm
really not.
starting to believe I'm starting to
If,
believe Tio was going for that knockout so early because
if
he knew he
Shakur
wouldn't
beats
last.
Kambosos, that would be the best win on his resume at lightweight.
Yeah, at
Huh?
lightweight,
My line.
but not overall because Oscar
You
Valdez has
say if
done
who?
more.
And but in my line,
Yeah.
no. If he used to beat Kambosos, win on his resume at lightweight.
I hope he never fight Cambosa because that's too easy. He would stop that dude.
Hey,
And
that's
That's not
easy,
even a
bro.
compete,
it's too easy because he's the fantasy champ. He beats everybody online.
bro. When have you seen Shakur in a semi-competitive fight?
You don't
I
see
saw
Shakur
Devin
in
Haney.
I'm
competitive
telling
fights.
you,
I saw Devin Haney getting
look, I
pieced up
like Shakur
by
Stevenson.
Santiago of all people.
Hey, look, half the world feel like Loma
Look,
beat him. Like, I don't even see how we get
hold
past
on, hold
first
on, hold on,
base.
hold on,
Like, you supposed to
hold
run
on,
that
hold on,
Loma rematch back. I don't get it. Like, where were
hold
we
on.
going anywhere? I would run.
Hold on. I like Shakur Stevenson, but let's keep it 1,000, man. He fights at a distance and a pace that he likes. If he fights somebody that makes him feel uncomfortable, you might hold another Shakur Stevenson that's going to have you looking at him shady. The
And
reason why
Devin
you
Haney's
can
gonna be the
judge
one to do
Devin
that.
Haney is because he's fighting better opponents who's presenting those type
No,
of challenges.
no.
Meanwhile, Shakur's fighting the local hibachi chef. Like, let's be real. Who the fuck is
The,
the last
the
guy? The
only
fight's so
opponent,
forgettable, bro.
the
I
only
didn't even
person
watch
you
that
you
shit.
could argue, the only person you could say that is truly higher level than what Shakur's fought is Lomachenko, and you arguably lost that fight. Everybody else, old ass Jorge Linares, George Cambosa's limited ass. Who else? Jojo D. Come on, bro. Jojo Diaz. Really? You act like this man's fought killers back to back, back to back. Like, stop the cap. The only good opponent, real elite fighter you fought is Lomachenko, and that's it. You know damn well Shakur will beat everybody on your resume better than you did probably. Oh, he got the video. Hey Marcus, do you have the timestamp? You still there?
Yeah, I thought we lost connection. Where we all here? Hey man, but now they muted, bro. I can tell you what I want to tell you, bro. Haney ain't who they think he is, bro. And I just want to get that off before Art start coming back with his little narratives and shit. That nigga Haney not who they think he is. I respect him for being undisputed, bro. But he got to get a dominant win over an elite mug before I can really
Yeah, bro.
give him
Like
that. And if I'm him,
honestly,
I run that Loma back. I don't know why people are against it. I think they scared for him to fight Loma again because if this was anybody else, like when Charlo lost to Harrison, run it right back. When Floyd lost to Maidana, we running it
right,
right back. We ending
right.
all debates. I don't know why they trying to shift him some other direction. And then when Bill come out talking about something, the fight wasn't even competitive. I'm like, nah, that's
Man,
when the lies just start. You feel me? That's when I lose respect. Because
yeah.
at least you can say it was a good fight, but I feel like we edged it. But for you to say it wasn't a close fight at all, that's when it's like,
They
okay, Bill.
they low key underestimated Lomachenko. They thought, oh, he undersized. We finna wash him. 'Cause you heard what Devin was saying before the fight. I'm better than
I
him at
put money on
everything.
Loma. I damn near put like 600-700 on Loma. I really thought Loma would win that fight for real, to be honest, because I
Yeah,
saw
they
all the trouble that he had with lefties, and I felt like Loma would just take
and
advantage of
I
that. But
told.
as I'm watching the fight, he didn't
Mhm.
do enough to beat the champ at home. But everything that I thought he would do, he did. He just didn't do enough of it. Like, and Loma just don't got that killer in him, like to just finish the job, like how he did with Comey, how he kind of looked at the corner, like, "Are you gonna save him?" Like, fuck saving him. If that was Charlo ain't no saving him. I'll save him for y'all. And I just feel like, you're crying after the fight how your son was texting you, but you didn't go into the ring with that killer, get him out of here mentality. You actually thought you was up. So I feel like Loma lost that on his own more so than Devin just beating
You
him
know,
like that.
you know,
You know
you
what I
know what? Some of the
mean?
craziest shit I heard. Haney fans were talking about. Devin tried to entertain y'all. He didn't even fight the way he usually fight, off the back foot with a jab, motherfucker, because
Because he
he
couldn't.
couldn't. You
Because he
casual.
couldn't.
This is why I can't stand some Haney fans, bro. Like he had no choice but to fight that way.
Yeah,
Everybody that fight
Loma
Loma
what and they
realizes
talking
you
about so
gotta
oh
fight him on the front.
that jab. I'm like, bro, if you think I bet somebody just some odd money. Like if you think he gonna fight Loma like he fought Cambosis, you was out your mind because Loma has seen a jab out of his career. Like that jab is not gonna be enough. And I do give Haney credit on a lot of body work, a lot of clinching, a lot of dirty shit that he accused Loma of, but he showed
Hmm.
damn near did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I give Haney the props of just not letting Loma dominate you, but that's too close for comfort for me. And you see how the fans reacting. You just see how the world reacting. You go make that right, bro. Especially if you gonna stay at
Exactly.
135. Like
Exactly.
now, like I
Where's
was
the
saying,
competitive spirit? Where's the competitive spirit, or at least you just want to shut people up and prove that nah, this it wasn't a fluke. I'm better than this man, and let me show y'all if y'all don't believe me the first time.
you
If
got
you're gonna
people
stay
like
at
Floyd.
135,
All right,
that's
baby, I'm
that's the
ready.
main fight for you.
Yeah, and like if you moving up, and if you moving up, move up. But all that kind of floating around at 135, you got a target on your back, bro. But
No, you don't
let's
want to
go.
fight.
I, I got my daughter. I got my daughter's her birthday. I gotta go entertain, man. But it was love talking to you, brothers, man. And I'll catch up with y'all later. You know what I mean? So y'all be peaceful and be blessed.
Yeah,
All
And
right,
I'll
bro.
catch up
y'all
with
be
y'all later,
smooth.
bro.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah,
Deuce.
yeah. All right, bro.